Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you're my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you're with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will. For I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. I release all fear and I surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence now and forever. Amen. Pisces, cosmic clues. Are you missing these messages? Welcome. Hi, everyone. Hello. Happy Monday. Megan D, Majestic Grace, Mike Hill. Welcome. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. So, cosmic clues. Are you missing these messages? We got our Q&A. What's the most mysterious sign you've ever received from the universe that made sense? All right. Now, we also have our poll question, which is what's your biggest challenge in recognizing cosmic clues? Now, something that's different today, and if you're new here to my channel, welcome to Herb School. So, what's our biggest challenge in recognizing cosmic clues? One, overthinking. Two, doubting myself. Three, too many distractions. And four, still learning my intuition. Still learning to trust my intuition, but I ran out of characters. All right. Take it how it resonates. I ran out of characters. Characters could be a person. And so if you're new here at Herb School, we have to think outside of the box. Mind you, it's a square and several coins here on the page. So, you know, Bitcoin and some other stuff that is showing up. So maybe somebody's interested in that. Megan, Mike had her school clothes laid out, period. And you see, so did I, because guess what? I already had it together. Like, let me go ahead and get it together because, you know, although I could have did a little bit better with this, but judge your mammy. Either way, I was with y'all and having the clothes laid out because it was already stuff happening. So let's see. If the universe spoke to me today, what would it say? And how would I recognize it, right? So that would be a question y'all would be asking yourself. But anyway, it's put there. It's put there for a reason. Things that make you go, hmm. All right, and then where we starting at today? Pisces cosmic clues. Are you missing these messages? So I have the notes here. The first thing I'm gonna say to y'all, and I'm gonna ask y'all, is when y'all went to school, right? Was one of the major things that they taught you was to make sure you put your name on your paper and put your date, right? Was that a universal thing or is that just me? Megan D. All right, so Pisces cosmic clues. Are you missing these messages? The universe is always speaking, not in words, but in waves. For those with Piscean sensitivity, life is a sea of signals, symbols, synchronicities, and subtle energies that ripple through dreams, emotions, and chance encounters. But if your mind is too noisy or your heart too guarded, these signs drift by unnoticed, like messages in bottles that you never opened. That seems so sad. It was meant to. But on another note, Pisces energy teaches us that everything is communication. When you're tuned into the frequencies of awareness, a dream that repeats, a stranger's phrase that echoes through your thoughts, a random number that follows you. These are not coincidences because this is what we see on a daily basis, right? They are cosmic clues designed to pull your attention back towards alignment. The question isn't whether the universe is sending you signs, it's whether you've slowed down enough to receive them. So pause, breathe, and feel. Remember, I told y'all it's the book that I like to reference all the time. It's called The Power of Now. Great read if you ever want to read it. Audible works too because if you're a busybody like me, you be doing stuff and you want to multitask. So just some things that I've used, and I have no endorsements or anything for them, from them, but I've used them and loved it. So don't just look for the messages that you have to feel for them, because when you learn to listen with your energy instead of your eyes, you discover that spirit has been speaking to you all along in every wave, every whisper, every reflection. Have you ever just felt something one day just out of nowhere and something just gave you an idea or just a thought and you was like, I wonder what that is. But it's like multiple times I've been told, to do something or not to do something, and then you just follow that. Yes, ma'am. To name the date, I still date everything literally. Well, it's important, Megan D. It's very important for now. All right, because multiple things have happened, in the universe. Everything's moving simultaneously. So you as a person could be dealing with 25 other different things that nobody else sees, right? Family, friends, work, kids, yourself. Understanding what the is happening, even in the universe. Trying to hope that you pass and understand the assignment. Even when it feels like everything is great, it's almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop in some people, right? But even when things are horrible in other people, waiting for relief. And so just speaking to the universe and wondering on whatever side you're on, but when is it whatever it is you have to say for you, right? So I'm going to say a lot of work issues, right? But you don't know what you want to do because do you want to really clock into somebody's, 9 to 5? Is it really on your divine assignment for that, or is your spirit calling you and telling you that there's something so much more in store for you and you just don't know how to reroute yourself in order to grab that thing that gives you the one spark that lights up everything, right? Meanwhile, you could have already been given that signal or sign. So I'm asking you right now, the title is, why are you there? All right, so that may be another thing. Somebody saying, why are you there? Because why are you here? Meanwhile, you belong here. So, bitch, why you here? Okay, so take it how it resonates. Either way, Pisces, cosmic clues. Are you missing these signals? So even in the title, it's signs there, right? So somebody might would have just read it and passed it on by. But meanwhile, there was more. There was more to the message. Also, when you happen to stumble upon the message, it's 8:27. There was another message. Um, there was colors around. So it's like giving off like a golden hue around here right now, okay? Outside also, right? These things, the colors, everything matters. So at the time when I sat down for this lesson, it was Monday, October the 6th, 2025. Pisces Cosmic Clues. And then it's the whirlwind. Are you missing these signals? So steps, Earth School lesson. This is the first thing because we're here, we're trying to figure out, next steps, next clues, because, man, there's a lot happening around here, and it's moving real, real fast. And so you have to keep the pace because this is new, but it's also a lot because it's new. And depending upon what you're doing, it all still feels the same because it's giving that spark, that rush to your system. So, keeping track. If you don't journal, maybe this might be a moment for you to journal. However, you wish to journal is up to you. So we have video, we have actual journaling in your notebook, pen and paper. We have devices, So however it works for you is however it works for you. Somebody can't tell you how, you learn or how information will come to you. You know how information comes to you. Most of us, spiritual people around here have more than one or two devices, okay? For a reason, because we understand how information gets filtered through one, device and then to another device and through another device. And so a lot of us have multiple devices because we know about the glitches and the things that happen. And when one tries to stop you, then we go around because, we like loopholes and things of that nature. So we figure out how to maneuver around when the energy is doing certain things. But we also, learn to pump our brakes when the energy is flashing lights, moving to the beat. All right, take it how it resonates. Now, something about the 80s, I don't know where that song came from or what time frame it came from. Look it up. It may have something to do with the message. But I'm going to just say, is the 80s around when you used to all have the colorful socks? Was it the 80s or the 90s? The 90s. Um, I don't know. But anyway, it was like in Living Color days, right? And it was when Coogee, I think this is all around the same era. And it was whatever color shirt you had on, you have the shoes, the socks that match. All right, so remember we had incident. One of the messages was talking about a stylist, right? And if you are the stylist, welcome. If you need the stylist, welcome. But either way, somebody need to be fired. Is all I'm gathering, right? Because in a perfect world, and whoever is laughing, please stop. Please, because I really want to laugh so bad, but please stop. Anyway, right? And everybody's creative. What's that lady say? See, now y'all done started. Everybody's so creative. Okay, let me not. Why does it have to be you all the time that shows up and catches the message? I am crying. All right. Um everybody everybody continuously is going to have to be fired. Fired, fired and more fired, right? And I keep saying this until they get it right. So the dilemma, cosmic clues, are you missing the message? Once upon a time, I had to deliver a message to somebody and I got tears in my eyes, y'all. Please stop. So I had to deliver a message to somebody one time, right? And not for nothing, the person got mad at me. I was told to give the person a message. The person thought that I was just being in their business and they went on attack mode. And I get it because the person don't know me and here I am, all unprovoked and whatnot. But meanwhile, I was provoked to give the message, right? Anyway, the person went on attack mode and the person cussed me the fuck out. The person cussed me the fuck out, right? No, never mind. I take it because sometimes it happens. I mean, because who the fuck are we to come along with these messages and just think that we could just say something to somebody and they don't know us and what type of foolery, witchcraft is this? But mind you, the funny part is that people be getting the message too, and just because they don't want to listen to the messages is not our fault, right? Not my fault, whether or not you want to listen to the message or not. But I have to give the message because of the fact that talk to your people, like, spiritually talk to your people, right? And so in the process of me giving the message, person cussed me the fuck out, and and they, what people do when somebody comes along all unprovoked is they be like, I'm gonna teach you, like, I got this, because who the fuck are you to be telling me a stuff about anything, right? Meanwhile, ho 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 ho, like, I was only coming to say with, you know don't try to jack me up. Either way, I got jacked up, right, in the worst way. Got called witch, bitch, all things in between, right? Either way, the person did what they did. They gonna always do what they gonna do, and they gotta deal with that on the other side of their spirit, right? And as spiritual people, we all get our own messages. We all get our own messages, right? But even myself have told y'all, my brother delivered me some messages that was very detrimental to my life. I heard it. I heard it too. But I was so, wanting to do what I wanted to do, that, I didn't know or understand how detrimental to my life that thing was going to be. That, my gun wholeness was going to turn into, whatever. And we may think that it's the greatest, turn of events, because not for nothing, I still did that, and I'm not sorry that I did it. But on one hand, I'm not sorry that I did it, because I get to know the true nature of, the whole massive situation on that side. So I'm not sorry that I did it on that. On another note, there is so many other things that I could have done if I hadn't have done that. Um, but I still would have this thing unfinished, and I still would always maybe wonder. You see what I'm saying? So at least chop it off the block. So I get it. I get why even when somebody gives you a cautionary, you still have to do the thing. But understand that not everybody comes in malice. Not everybody comes in destruction. Not everybody comes in to take, steal, and destroy from you. There are good people that come in that God sends that only want the best for you. And you may get the wrong impression, right? Depending upon how it happens. So there were so many other clues that went along with what I said to the person, even though the person still cussed me the fuck out. And so now I got another message for the person, right? Um, this one is more of an observation, all right? So it went from this to this, right? And anybody can put it in your own context. So it could go from like a huge job to a small job. It can go from a huge house to an intimate house, right? But if the huge house wasn't working out because of the people that was in the house, just because you change the houses to an intimate house and you still have the same people attached, then it's going to be messed up, right? Still the same, because it's the same. It's the people that are in the house that are creating the problem, right? But now, if you take it from the big house, right, to I'm just cutting off everything, the people and the house, and then I move to the house, and now I got new people in an intimate setting, a new house. Now I don't know what the problem was. I don't know if it was the house, the bigger house, or if it was the people in the house, because I got rid of everything over here and I moved it to whatever. Either way, I'm gonna just say, um, I pay attention to body language. I pay attention to everything that's moving around behind the scenes, and it's not given. Um, it's given worse. Like even though I hear the da 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 da, it's given. Uh, it's also given. I hear everything that's being said. Okay, so y'all know, for instance, and this is gonna be sexual, so I'm gonna just take it there, but not really too much. Okay, so y'all ever seen? I'm gonna use me for instance, right? I love to dance, but I'm not really the best dancer, right? Because I don't want nobody to think I'm shade them, right? I love to dance, but I'm not really the best dancer. Now, when I also start off dancing, I'm probably a little stiff, right? Because I don't know, not for nothing. If I get in front of people, I might be a little bit shy. But what I do, in private is probably a little bit different. I've been calling it the environment. So to me, that's the people and the place. Okay. And if you needed to change everything, then so be it. That works too because I done that. I just pick my ass up and just go to a whole nother place. Don't know nobody. I'm here in Georgia right now. Don't know nobody, but I'm here. Been here for years. But I structured it to be here for years also. Um, but in the process, so I'm a little stiff when I dance, right? So I can't be out here telling, niggas that I'm gonna, do all this stuff to them, da 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 da. Meanwhile, they didn't see me dance. But also, they ain't see me dance. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm seeing something and it's saying, and it looks, because people give me credit for a whole lot of highly sexual energy that either I have or I don't. I have it for certain people, but not for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So what happens with one situation or another situation, either way, the observation is still stiff. So you're not going to convince me of whatever. It's like not being comfortable in your own skin, even when you should be comfortable in your own skin. So now, when I go back to the, before they made me laugh into the um, outfit choices, if I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fidget with everything because I'm just fidgeting, that means that I'm not comfortable in whatever it is that I'm wearing. And it takes focus off of, like, y'all focus on me and the message. Y'all start to now observe what I'm doing because y'all notice that, you know, I'm uncomfortable. When I get hot and I start sweating, y'all notice that I'm hot and I start sweating. But I'm in the house, ain't no AC on here, the window open, so I might sweat here and there. But it's a thing where y'all notice it because guess what? I have to do this because I don't want to be sweaty. Mind you, I smell amazing because, that bitch smells amazing. But anyway, if it gotta be fidgeted with and everything else, stop wearing it. It's taken away from. And so when I see certain things, right, and I know that it's people that should pay attention and people that should say something because, what the fuck is y'all here for? That's not saying something. It makes me think that people don't love certain people or people really are just around just to be around, right? Is that good or bad for us? I don't know. And everybody can do what they want because, again, like when my daughter was young, right? Um, she would change her clothes 9,000 times a day. But my baby was beautiful. She looked like a China doll, right? So I let her just change her clothes 9,000 times a day. And people would say, you don't care about her doing that because that don't mess up laundry. No, because we're going to fold that shit up and we're going to put it right back because they have to clean up their own shit. But if she wants to change her clothes and it's 9,000 times a day, that's fine. But just so you know, like every time she came down, the outfit got worse and worse and worse. Like it would be like this outfit that roses and pearls and da 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 that go with stripes and blocks, and it was, And not for nothing, a person could say it's couture all they want. It's just given uncomfortable. And so, would y'all rather have $1 billion outfit on and be comfortable, or would you rather have $1 billion outfit on and be uncomfortable? Because if I pay $1 million for any damn thing, I better be comfortable. But everybody's not out here in the world for comfort. People are out here for looks and, da 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 da. Put it as to whatever. It could be your house, it could be your car, it could be your lifestyle, it could be your bitch, it could be whatever the fuck. See, let me not cuss so much. Because every time it be those clips that be the main ones that I'll be really wanting to post because, bitch, why is it that it's easy? Like, Anyway, cosmic clues. There was clues even there. So, did you see it? That little Pisces sign, right? So suppose you see something on a billboard just driving by, and it's something that caught your eye because, the universe said, look at this right here. You knew good and well it was meant for you to see because it was a sign, something that was tangible. Do you see the ones that are, not right, flashing and blinking, like the little clues? Um, when the wind changes, like you're having a conversation with somebody, and all of a sudden, the flow of the energy of the air just turns different. Or when it starts to, thunder out of nowhere because you done came into some energy and you can automatically feel like, or when shit starts to glitch real, real bad, like that's a warning and a sign. Don't do that. Don't proceed. Hey, Athena, I love you. Thank you for being here. Um, Comfort me, please. And period. Majestic Grace, comfort me, please. Good morning, Athena. Athena came in like a whirlwind. I love it. Period. All right. So this lesson reminds you that the universe is always communicating, but most people have forgotten the original language, the language of symbols, sensations, and synchronicities. Pisces energy opens the veil between worlds, helping us to perceive what lies just beyond logic. It's the final sign of the zodiac, the one that dissolves boundaries and reunites the soul with source. So when Pisces energy is activated, messages from spirit, ancestor, and collective consciousness come through stronger than ever. Now, we went to this little where did I go? I am aware, I am aligned, I hear whispers of the universe before they become storms. Because that little swirly thing looks like a storm, right? And although we're always prepared for storms because we know what to do when storms arise, let them happen. They're there to help us. They're there to clear away energy. They're there to reveal and show us people, places, and things that are not in alignment with us, that are, trying to go under the radar because certain things keep wanting to go under the radar, right? Have you ever questioned yourself whether or not you liked a person, a place, or a thing? Like, it's cool, but it's something that you can't put your finger on. You know, but you don't know. But you know something is just I don't know about this person, this thing. People will always show you who they are. Things will always be revealed when you're asking for them to be revealed. So keep that in mind. So the symbol of the fish, the Pisces symbol, dual fish swimming in opposite directions, the seen and unseen, the physical and spiritual, the beginning and the end. So when you saw that message, it said cosmic clues, but the first thing that was there was the Pisces symbol, the deeper meaning. Pisces is the final gate of the zodiac, the completion point. Before the souls begin a new cycle, it represents oneness, intuition, and transcendence. The fish swim through both realities. Both reality and the dream world, reminding us that truth lives in both realms. Remember, I said there's even some truth in a lie? Because it has to start from somewhere. So you just have to pick out the pieces, because, but some people are just blatant with the truth, right? And then people get mad at you. So can you handle the truth? I told y'all once upon a time, I told somebody that, their significant other was doing da 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 da, right? Not for nothing, they got mad at me as if I was supposed to stop them. That's not my person. I told you, you get them. But I became the bad guy. So, can you handle the truth of a situation when things are being shown to you? So, we have situations right now taking place in the universe that are giving us truth. Meanwhile, everybody's kind of split on, where they stand in the universe. Always stand on the side of truth. I can't tell you what to do, but always stand on the side of truth, right? Now, it's a couple different ways people can come to the conclusion of a truth, though. Because just because something is true for you, don't make it true for somebody else. Understand? Remember, I said there are several different things happening here. So, in the process of the lessons being given, it's almost giving you something and then taking it back. Not really like that, but definitely like that. Um, Everything is yours, but nothing is yours. So everything is yours in the universe, but also nothing is yours. Signs can be seen on billboards, but also the universe gives it to you in just responses like feelings. So a lot of people are always just looking for the hardcore evidence and not also trusting their intuition, the synchronicities or the signs that are surrounding them. Like, I keep seeing this same number over and over again. What am I doing when I see this number? What's happening when this number's being given? So when I was doing the lesson this morning, it first was your date and the time. It anchors you and holds you to, this is the information, because, not for nothing, sometimes we change. But it's also good to notice when you are very consistent, but also can still see growth, right? Because we can still see growth even in the channel has never been programmed the way it has been programmed today. Never once in since 2019 have you guys had multiple different options for what's your biggest challenge in recognizing cosmic clues. Overthinking, doubting myself, too many distractions, or still learning to trust my intuition. Never has that been there. There's an upgrade. I still followed the same process, but the thing is that I know that that was there and I just didn't, read the instructions. You remember when I said we didn't receive a handbook to Earth School, but technically we may have, and it could have just been corrupted. We don't know, but either way, we're discovering the truth, right? Uncovering the truth. So mind you, not only did we get a couple different answers, that you can choose, but we got emojis too. The emojis been there, so y'all been seeing them, right? But we also have emojis, so now that's two other things. But then I told y'all, still learning my intuition. It was supposed to say still learning to trust my intuition, right? But I ran out of characters. They still only gave me a certain amount of options. They only gave me 4 options before I ran out of characters. So there's still limits and bounds that, you are still maneuvering in, right? But you still get to reorder. Now, that also says that there's options now. Whereas we might have thought we only had 1 or 2 options, but guess what? Look at God. It's more options on the board, right? Now, this is where, it gets a little tricky, all right? Because You know when they say don't give a person too many options because now they're stuck at what should I choose? They overthinking the process. Like if I choose this, then it's this. If I choose this, then it's this. If I choose this, then it's this. Can I have them all? Like I'll be asking questions like that. Can I have them all? Why can't I have them all? Who said I couldn't? All right, because I may feel like I'm still learning to trust my intuition on Thursday. On Friday, it may be too many damn distractions because shit, Friday is the day that I be super duper hype. I just wake up happy on Friday. Like, oh shit, it's Friday. I don't even go to work, but you know, it's not that I get a check on Friday. It's just that every Friday, I'll be fucking hype. That's my day. Doubting myself. How often times, so technically it's how you feel right now. How do you feel right now? What are you doing in life? And also, I wrote down be honest with yourself. Because, we be hyping ourselves up, especially, because if you know what I know, hype your motherfucking self up. We be hyping ourselves up. But also, in the process of that, if we have a little bit of hesitation in it, and sometimes it's a little bit of hesitation in it, because is this even real? Is that right? Like a lot of people think about when you have come so far in life and in situations like you do not be having time to play with nobody or allow nobody to play with you, or maybe you just got all the time for all the games. It just depends upon where you are in whatever type situation. Like, where are you at? Do you got time for this shit? That's why I said overthinking, because I'd be like, bruh, you know. Well, sometimes when you think long, you think wrong. Sometimes you may be thinking that, oh, this aesthetic fits a situation, but meanwhile your situation and the aesthetic is fucked up. But mind you, it be the people on the outside of you could see that. So it makes me wonder sometimes, like, you know how they'll say they switching people out, right? Switching people out. And I happened to notice something this week, and I'm like, this person is looking like they handicapped, right? Not that that's a problem, but I never noticed that a person looks like they're handicapped. And I'm thinking, I done seen them switch this nigga out about 56,000 times. How and what's happening? But I noticed something on this particular run, which made me automatically pull my energy in another way. Like, because little do y'all know, people that can, that know that they're in your energy can send you illnesses, right? And not for nothing, it's like, some of my people, when they be going through certain things and we be in energetic ties, and I didn't stood in the gap for somebody before. Y'all ever heard like when women get pregnant and it be like sympathy pregnancy, like men the daddy be having, it be like that. And so um I know this is probably weird, but anyway, judge your mammy. um I done stood in the gap for a person that was under major, pain and this, that, and the third, and I can take it. But I was just wanting to help, right? And mind you, to the tune of, even after the fact, I kept still feeling like, my energy pulled back to me, all my energy back to me. But then I'm walking and I felt something, and then I talked to the person, and they said, yes, that was them, right? Because literally, I know I don't have that issue, but it made me think of the person as soon as it happened, right? And I be feeling like when people know that they have energetic power, they be trying to send, because they be needing help and this, that, and the third. And if I'm not in agreement, you are not authorized. Don't send none of your motherfucking sickness ass energy across here. None of your ailments, none of your done. I mean, because I'm already at, my limit. All right. For all of that. And so when I seen it, I said, that's weird because I never noticed that from this person. Because I also have noticed I've seen this person run like a fucking robot on another occasion. So what's happening? What's speeding the progression? All right, so you know how people will say energetically they understand how um people are attached to them, but I feel like it's kind of sucking the life and the energy because the other day I really was on some, yeah, I'm pulling all my energy back, and um depending upon whatever, happens, it was like life force, hence I'm using that right now. I need all of it back, right? Keep that disease projection. That's a hard boot, a hard no, and period, hard no. I like to go with intuition and change, and I will be abrupt, left, and needed. All right, so this is what was happening. Number two, time is important because it holds the message. So if you wrote the date and your time because you went back, mind y'all, the message is somebody listening to the date and time. The date and time is important, but the fact of the matter is, excuse me, going back to the beginning when it first started, right? Or it could be I'm going back to Cali. See how it resonates. Um 6:22. Who wrote that song, y'all? 6:22 was the time. So it was 6:22 when I sat down here and I was going through the message. And let me see. So at 6:22, 6 is harmony, home, and healing. The number 6 resonates with love, nurturing family, and the balance between the spiritual and material. It's the vibration of responsibility and divine service through compassion. In the context, 622 is asking, are you keeping your heart open while building your foundation? 6 reminds you not to chase success through struggle, period, but to create stability from peace. 2, faith, partnership, and duality. The 2 energy appears twice, amplifying its message. It represents trust in divine timing, balance between masculine and feminine forces, and co-creation with spirit. Seeing double two means your guides are saying you're not doing this alone. Partnership energy surrounds you, in period, both earthly and divine. It's the number of mirroring, showing you your external relationships reflect your internal alignment. Energetic meaning of 622. You're being guided to release control and trust your path, even if you can't see the outcome. The universe is rearranging circumstances to bring you exactly what you've asked for, but it requires patience, emotional regulation, and faith. Stay grounded in love while your blessings are being aligned. The partnership and opportunities forming now are divinely orchestrated. Trust their timing. Your positive mindset, gratitude, and inner peace are magnetizing the results you prayed for. And I want to say fucking period, right? Because yesterday, which was Sunday, I woke up and mind you, still golden hill all around, right? I came downstairs and the first thing I thought was, what am I about to eat for dinner? Because y'all, I keep telling y'all I'm an early morning cooker, right? I like to get my dinner on and, let it cook throughout the day or whatever, right? So I ended up saying something to my son because yesterday felt like stay in the house, watch movies, eat, and just enjoy life. And that's what I did yesterday. I actually turned the TV on. I wasn't really watching it because I don't even know what was really on it. But just having the background noise, and I was in the kitchen cooking, and my sons was just doing whatever the hell they was doing, and it felt like a great ass day. Kevin said Biggie. um anyway, so I've been feeling that, like the vibe of, so we got 622, which is June 22nd. So you could be dealing with somebody with that birthday, or it could have also been 3 March 3rd, March 3rd, March 2nd, March 5th, and March 10th. So take it how it resonates. But at the time when I was writing this, literally something came across my screen talking about a timestamp. So it's like a check mark, a moment, like when something happens, for you to be able to recollect this is what it is. Take it how it resonates. But also it said it holds a message. Listening and attracting. A big okay, period. Take it how it resonates. Gotcha. Everything started to slow down. That was the other thing. So two things can be possible at once. Everything going fast and slow. Strange, I know. Now, I'm over here doing what I'm doing. I'm writing. I'm also over here because I'm writing. So in case I'm looking this way, the stuff is up here. But also, I'm writing because I need to make sure that, I have it in my handy dandy notebook, whatever was happening, right? So as I'm writing, I'm working over here. But this is doing whatever the hell it wants to do, which is also now making me look and have to slow down here because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is happening over here. Out of nowhere, the computer starts to do, mind you, everything. I came down here, I restart everything. So did you restart everything? So something about a vacation is happening right now too. Just popped across my screen. Um, I'm trying to set up, making sure that I set up everything, the cameras, the plugs, so nobody should get disconnected. Um, make sure the light is right, although we still didn't get that because YouTube, y'all still got a glare shadow, which is always not good for lights and things of that nature. So I'm over here making sure that everything is doing what it's doing, and then I start to notice this wants to act up. Did y'all restart y'all devices today? Because if you have not, when you're off of here, after you hit the like button on your way out, turn off your device for at least 10 minutes. So that way it's not, acting all glitchy on you, all right? All right, so those was the numbers. It said adding up. Remember we talked about pulling your options, what are reordering your options. You had a certain amount of time to be able to access the vending machine of life and be able to pull certain blessings, certain miracles, certain lifestyle changes, certain people, pluck them to the other side of the universe. I don't need to be nowhere around that, and please allow da 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 in, right? And so I'm listening to Cardi B, Safe, right? And she said she don't need no rich nigga, just somebody that can make her feel safe, right? And she may not need a rich nigga because she is a rich bitch. So, somebody singing them lyrics would be singing something and manifesting something into their reality. I told you I'm notorious for changing lyrics on a motherfucker real quick, especially when I hear some shit that, ain't gonna align with where I'm trying to be at, right? But then she said when I'm with you, I just know I'm fine. You take all the pressure off my mind. Um, she said something about her being hard to find. But basically the whole context of the song is being safe in a relationship, right? Being able to be who you are, being able to be allowed to change and it not be judged. If we can grow together, cool. If we can't, thanks for the experience, and I'm over and done with. But things that are divinely orchestrated are things that are forever. And so the thing that pops in my brain says don't judge a book by its cover, because I'm notorious for, like, I can see the fuck shit, but sometimes we like what we like, right? Or you don't like what you like. So I'm gonna ask y'all this: do y'all have a type that got put into the universe for you based off of your track record of conditioning? Based off of your track record of conditioning, like, meaning the things that you, before you got to understanding, or even now questioning who you are, the things that got put into your system, the things that you learned from your parents, your history, the things of that nature. Do you have a track record of a type? Because this is one of the things that I've been asking the universe, right? Y'all know I don't like certain things. And if the universe is trying to, open me up to something, right? I feel like the universe still knows what I like. And ain't no way I could be that far off of, what I like. Okay, so take this for instance. It's food, right? I like food, right? Don't we all? Now, take your favorite, whatever it is. So, one of my favorite foods is pizza, right? Could be nothing to somebody or everything to somebody, right? One of my other favorite foods, and I've eaten so many different foods. So you can have filet mignon, you can have, tomahawk steak, you can have da 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 da, right? But if I had to choose, let me see. If somebody said, "What would you want to eat um on a daily basis?" That would be literally read my mind. Pizza. Yeah, because pizza, I don't know, you can put pizza in so many different ways, right? And then somebody would think like you would choose like seafood or steak or um whatever, right? Because I like pho, and I like I like the lots of soups and things of that nature too. But mind you, probably the things that I would like to eat may not be on the top list of somebody's dream foods. I like fucking Hebrew International hot dogs with vegetarian baked beans. Mind you, been eating that for years, right? Beef hot dogs. But the best ones are Hebrew International, hands down, right? But anyway, and rice. Like, I be mixing shit like that, right? I can eat tuna fish at any given day. Ramen noodles, things like this. Probably not really all that great because probably not that great for you. Um, Although I can have steak and I can have seafood because I be liking seafood. Shrimp was my favorite till they fucked up the shrimp. I like oysters. I like a lot of clams, things of that nature. But if I'm gonna go to something and I say, what I want right now, pizza, right? And pizza may just be nothing to nobody. But pizza also falls under a classification. It could be the thin crust pizza because I love me some thin crust pizza, right? But also on certain days, I may like a fat ass, deep dish ass pizza, right? But pizzas can be so what's the word when it can be so many, the diversified, diverse, right? So on pizza you can have, my favorite is pepperoni, right? Mind you, don't eat pork, so you can't have pepperoni, but they have beef pepperoni, they have turkey pepperoni, right? Okay, so you can have substitutes and things of that nature that will knock your socks off and be really delicious. But
everybody don't make good crusts for pizza. So pizza, although it seems simple, can still be complicated. All right, because there is many different pizza restaurants: Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Marco's, and then there's like the Mellow Mushroom, right? So the Mellow Mushroom makes everything. You can get gluten free. You can get, certain type of crust, or a different type of crust is made with this. Majestic Grace said mine gotta be supreme and period. But mind you, when I used to eat Domino's pizza, like I that was my favorite, supreme pizza. Anyway, listen. There used to be this pizza place in Delaware when I was younger called Gorilla Pizza, right? Gorilla Pizza. Every Friday, when my mom got paid her check, Gorilla Pizza was on the menu because when nobody cooking, it was about to be a whole lot of fun. Family stuff and everything going down, right? And it was called the trash can pizza. This pizza had everything on it. And I mean everything. That was the best pizza I ever had in life, right? All right, but anyway, back to the pizza. So the pizza now. The pizza could be people. The pizza can be jobs. The pizza can be homes, husbands, cheating, wives. The pizza can be anything. The point of it is somebody hears pizza, and pizza's not on a list of gourmet. But pizza can be on the list of gourmet because when you start, adding different types of ingredients to the pizza can become a whole lot more expensive. So, I had an oxtail pizza recently. Excuse me. Mind y'all, that thing was fucking phenomenal, right? But do you know how much an oxtail pizza costs? A whole fucking lot. Mind you, to me, I feel like it should have had more oxtail on it, and you could order more oxtail, but the oxtail pizza is expensive. Okay, so not even more expensive than that, but you can also just get a whole bunch of fresh ass, because Mellow Mushroom, one of my favorite places, but they do like pesto and they do like, all different types of stuff. You can get mushrooms, all different types, and da 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 da. They really don't like y'all. Stop embarrassing yourself. Oh, that came across one of the things. They really don't like y'all. Stop embarrassing yourself. Okay. But that was on somebody's I don't know why his that's kind of strange. So the vampire guy that's on TikTok, he must have just posted a TikTok, and for some reason his TikTok title came across my phone. If it got music in it, I can play it. So why is look at who the first person always on my phone. I love you, Kevin Gates. That's all I'm gonna say. Period. That's all I got. Let me see. Can't find it, but I don't know why, because it came across that phone. But oh, let me see. I know his name. Let me see. Yep, right here. And why did you just come up across my phone? Mind y'all, I don't even see. And I be wondering if there's another person. This is the guy, y'all. He be saying he's a vampire on TikTok. And so I don't know why his thing just came across my phone, but that's what he said. They don't like y'all. Period. Garlic pizza. Listen, you can get so much different stuff on pizzas, and pizzas can, like I said, represent different things. Somebody may think that that's low budget for a food, but it could be turned into anything. Take it how it resonates. Either way, Pisces energy teaches that everything is communication, meaning Pisces represents unity consciousness. The idea that all life is connected, so everything can serve as a mirror for understanding. This isn't superstition. This is symbolic thinking, reading the outer world as a reflection of the inner world. So, noticing the messages but also noticing the symbols and the synchronicities that are being replayed over and over again. So the reason why we're here, it says cosmic clues, are you missing these messages? The ones that aren't being, right out flashing lights to you, the ones that are coming in the signs, or repeating patterns, or colors, or breezes that happen out of nowhere while I'm being hot. Spirit, why the vamp so mad? Holy Spirit, why the vamp so mad? Hey, the vampire said they want a spot too in the world. Shit, everybody trying to get their shot. Take a high resonates. I just said there's options. People be forgetting when people be forgetting that when they got options, so do you. Cause you could say, no, fuck off, get somebody else to do it. Go, to the left. There's so many things you could say. I don't know why they missed the mark, or people missed the mark on just thinking that options are for just them. No, options are for everybody, people. Um, and you can take that how it resonates. All right, but love is love. Take it how it resonates. All right, so let's go back. Let me make sure I didn't skip over nothing before we get up out of here. So the core earth teaching for this lesson, cosmic clues begin as subtle nudges. A song, a lyric, a dream, a repeating number. When ignored, they grow louder, manifesting as emotional waves or life detours meant to realign you. Pisces students feel everything: emotions, vibrations, timelines. Did anybody have any issues or anything happening this weekend that seemed like there was any glitches? Because I felt like there is. I kind of still feel like it's really actually happening. Like there's been a cloak or something that is happening, but it's strange. So their gift is to sense what others overlook, translating energy into meaning. In Earth School, this becomes a practice, learning to trust the feeling before the fact. All I hear is I love you. Reciprocal energy. And that it's like a breath of fresh air. So I love you and you're like a breath of fresh air. Take it how it resonates. Well, if you're talking to me, period. If you're talking to them, period. Because, I love that energy. So every recurring symbol, fish, water, spiral, mirror, or moon, is an assignment from the universe. Have y'all been seeing the moon lately? If you haven't, go visit it. Because the question is not what does it mean, but what part of me is being asked to awaken, because it is always, it's like at your core sign. Okay, so core. Your core is the stability, stabilizing something. I was gonna bring this thing today because I've been using it for the past couple days. What it is a massager, but it's been like I've been using it as deep massaging. I'm gonna show it to y'all. But I noticed that apparently it has kick started my system because it's a lot of like if people who get massages and things of that nature. I know when a massage is good because if it makes you have to pee for a very long time, it starts to move, waste and things of that nature through your body. So I was getting ready to say it was getting ready to be TMI, but since I've been using it all over my whole entire body, everywhere, it's been moving waste through my body. So I've been, having to be in the bathroom for a lot. All right. Either way, I was focused on my core, my stomach area, making sure that, Anyway, it's been working perfectly. Take it how it resonates. But when they say core, they mean your strength, the center. Put you wherever, that makes sense. Cosmic clues begin as subtle nudges. Remember that. Like it could just be something small that keeps over and over and over again, a word that you keep hearing, and then all of a sudden you put two and two together, and then your mind has to broaden and say your core could be so many different things, but it's also the center, you being the center of something. So be mindful that a core can be so many other things outside of just that. Okay. um Forgotten language. Ancient civilizations once navigated life through omens, patterns, and elemental guidance. Earth School reawakens the skill, decoding cosmic clues to restore harmony between spirit and matter. Have y'all ever felt like you was getting ready to go somewhere or do something, and something in you just felt like, don't do that, or maybe I gotta hurry up to do that? Those types of things. Being able to trust what your spirit is telling you. I see dragon and period. Cause I can't wait for that, Kevin. Either way, y'all, I love y'all. That's the message. Hopefully it helps. Thank y'all for being here, and always go with God. All right. So no matter what anybody else tells you, anything that's being given to you by God and from God cannot be taken away. And anything that has been taken away, know the God ain't never taken nothing from you and giving you anything better. So that's all I know in life. So I've never been taken anything from me. God has never taken anything from me, and anything that was removed or anything else, I promise you, every time it was bigger and better on the next event. So pay attention to the signs. Right now, I'm looking at puzzle pieces. So it's like putting the puzzle, the a 5,000 piece puzzle together, and from the beginning, it looks like just a whole lot of everything in all disarray and whatnot. But meanwhile, after you start putting the colors together that go together, and the things that look like they match in a pile, it starts to, get a little less crazy, and the picture starts to come together. So, depending upon where you are on this mission, on this journey, it could look like when you first dump the box out and it's a lot, or it could look like we done started collectively putting these piles together, or we have already started putting the pieces together and we're starting to get an image, or we have already, assembled 1,000 pieces, and we still got a lot to go, or we could be, already 2,500 in, halfway there. Wherever you are on the journey, love it. It has purpose. You're being taught. Test turns into testimony. Yes, it feels new. Yes, it feels scary. Yes, it feels like a lot. But imagine where you go from here and how far you've already came. I love y'all. Have the day you deserve, and so will I. Go with God.